hear the trumpet sounding.
It's time for class.
Shalom, students. Today's topic is the age of the rising king. This age is an essential part of our history. Before this present peace, there was constant war. Wars that lasted years, and some merely weeks. But this last war was unique in its nature. This last war removed wisdom from the minds of people and forced images of deception into their reality, causing all nations to stumble and fall into captivity. In the vast landscape of human imagination, the power to shape reality lies within our minds. Japheth's creation of races, a term our ancestors knew nothing about, gave rise to fierce competition, erasing the understanding of individual identities. From this origin, an endless war emerged, shrouded in the paradoxical pursuit of freedom. The legacy of races, however, brought forth an unsettling division, enforcing purity laws that categorized real people into predetermined classifications. The ruling Japheth nations fought fierce wars with each other, so fierce that it split nations. The U.S. was now called West Babylon. Within its borders, people were divided based on the purity laws. They closed the borders and created a central city called Libertas, the new Roman Empire state. They created a militarized wall, similar to the Great Wall of China, to protect the community inside and to enslave the surrounding regions and to rule them with an iron fist. One region in particular was a region called Nubia. The law of the land was Massa, militarized alliance for servitude, security, and adherence. Massa kept Libertas fed, free, and flourishing. It demanded tribute from the surrounding areas and forced tribute from the exiles living in Nubia. The Nubian region contained the exile of old, a mix of Hamitic and Semitic people who were herded to this region after the war. Because Massa saw the Nubians as being very rebellious, the rod of iron was placed securely around their necks. Massa extracted every ounce of life from them and funneled it back to Libertas. Massa captured the educated, the common, the young, the old, the rich, and the poor of Nubia. A new group formed out of the exiles were called N3, new Negros of Nubia. They begged for mercy from the city of Libertas. They vowed to the gods of Rome for freedom from Massa's iron fist. But with all vows come conditions. He, leaders of Libertas, allowed Nubia limited and conditional freedoms based on the adherence of three fundamental principles. 1. Economically, all capital would flow through Libertas first. 2. Politically, all laws come from Libertas. 3. Religiously, 4 winds of the Spirit was the official means of worship. At the heart of Nubia's spiritual practices lay reverence for the 4 winds of the Spirit. A democratic theology-based religion flourished, where individuals venerated themselves through the deity of their personal choosing. There was a man who rose from among the exiles. He wasn't the king to come, but he was to announce his coming. His name was Elijah. He would speak boldly against Massa and criticize the exiles' leadership with a firm condemnation.
Exiles, the maturation of our captivity is here. You are the only nation that knows true freedom, and yet you have sold yourselves into slavery for a bowl of beans. Exiles, what is your belief? Where is your faith? No, don't tell me, I'll tell you. You believe in oppression. Your faith is oppression. Your leaders have deceived you and your ignorance has enslaved you. You choose oppression and have cultivated it in your hearts so deeply that you are justified by it. You have read about your ancestors and how they were oppressed in Egypt and how the Almighty Elohim redeemed them. You read how idolatry and lawlessness got them exiled from the land like you are today. All of this, and you're still making covenants with your oppressors. Why don't you fight? Fight with persistent courage and stop thinking like a slave. Choose a righteous freedom today, so that you may live in harmony and peace. Peace is not found here in Nubia, nor is it found in Libertas. Peace is only found in the hearts of those who have courage to be free. Exiles, let us be redeemed with that old freedom, which is the new freedom, a freedom so fresh you can smell it from outside. Let's us say today, Massa, go kick rocks, for you will never rule us again. For you, wicked leaders of Nubia, the Almighty Elohim has spoken. No rain, not even a drop of dew shall fall upon your land, your crops or your rivers. Until the Almighty himself says there shall be rain, there's nothing Massa, the four winds of the Spirit, or N3 can do about it.
N3 called Massa to arrest Elijah, so Elijah escaped to the valley, where he stayed 3 years.